Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. In today's big news, we will be discussing about Sant Kabir Das and his contribution to the Bhakti movement in India. But before we do that, just a reminder, yesterday was the beginning of the IAS 2022 UPSC mains program at the BYJU'S Exam Prep app. In this program, as you know, we will be discussing the most important topics, including from the current affairs for the UPSC mains examination, with a special focus on answer writing. We'll be giving you a lot of important questions from each and every topic, along with the model answers, and we'll allow you also to write down your answers, and they will be checked by the experts at BYJU'S IAS. The course had started yesterday at 7:30 p.m. This is exclusive on BYJU'S Exam Prep app. The first two classes, that is yesterday's class and today's class, are on the YouTube channel as well. But starting from the 15th of June, you will only be able to watch this live at the BYJU'S Exam Prep app free of cost. So do download the app and do make sure that you take advantage of all these sessions. So 14th of June, that is today, is celebrated as a Sant Kabir Das Jayanti or the Sant Kabir Das birth anniversary. Because of this, the President of India, Shri Ram Nath Kovind, had inaugurated the Sant Kabir Das Academy and the research center under Swadesh Darshan Yojana at Maghar in UP just 10 days back. He also paid tribute to Sant Kabir and talked about the teachings that we can all imbibe in our lives from the life of Sant Kabir. This center has been inaugurated at Maghar in Uttar Pradesh, which is believed to be the place where Sant Kabir departed from this world. In his address, the President of India talked about the teachings of Sant Kabir and what exactly can we learn from them in today's life. He said that the life of Sant Kabir is an epitome of human virtue, and his teachings, although over 650 years old, are still relevant in today's life. Now, when you talk about Sant Kabir, specifically from the UPSC point of view, we associate him with the Bhakti movement. The Bhakti movement that started in south of India in the 7th century, came to North India only in the 14th and the 15th century, and one of the most popular people to take forward the Bhakti movement and take it to the masses was actually Sant Kabir. This movement was characterized by a lot of poets and saints who used to sing a lot of devotional songs to their choice of gods, mainly in the vernacular language. Most of them also talked about inspiring Hindu-Muslim unity and the feeling of togetherness. One school of this Bhakti movement, as you would have read, was the Nirgun school. The other was a Sagun school. The Nirgun school was the one where people believed in a formless God. That is, the God does not have to be in a human form, the God is formless and can be found anywhere. Sant Kabir was a prominent member of this particular tradition. It is believed that Sant Kabir was from a low caste of weavers called the Julaha, and a lot of his compositions are remembered even today. Most of his compositions can be classified into three forms, that is the Dohas, Ramanas, and the Pads and the Shabads. These were the different types of compositions created by Sant Kabir. Now, the problem with Sant Kabir is that we have a lot of varying accounts of his birth, his death, and his life. A lot of historians don't really agree on the exact dates, specifically with respect to the years of his birth and death. For example, some historians say that he was born in Varanasi and lived between 1398 and 1448, while others say that he died in 1518 only. Most of the historians, however, agree that he was from the community of a lower caste weavers of the Julaha caste. This was a group that later converted to Islam. The beliefs that were propagated by Sant Kabir were very radical for that time. In fact, he used to speak openly against the caste system and wanted the Hindus and the Muslims to live together peacefully. Some other accounts say that he was from a Brahmin widow and the widow had placed him in a basket which was set afloat on the pond, after which he was adopted by a Muslim couple. But again, as I said, there is not much unanimity about the historical records of Sant Kabir. Some people also say that he was a great disciple of the famous Guru Ramanand, a 14th century Vaishnav poet saint of Varanasi. The most standout feature of his life, however, was his critique of religion and caste at that time. That is why he was targeted by both Hindus and the Muslim religious leaders, who thought that he is dismantling their authority. Sant Kabir dismissed the sacred authorities of all the religious books, including the Quran and the Vedas. Although he used the word Ram in his poets, but he clarified that he is not referring to the avatar of Vishnu or the Lord Ram that people used to worship, but he's talking about a formless and a general Hindu name for the divine God. He said that he believed in the formless nature of the God and that the God existed everywhere. He also proclaimed that the people of all the castes have the right to salvation through the Bhakti tradition, irrespective of their caste. He was focusing on building an egalitarian society where everyone could live together. Now, the legacy of Sant Kabir is celebrated in various forms today. During his lifetime, he was a very radical figure. He was someone who was criticized by a lot of people and at the same time loved by many others as well. In fact, his followers today have converted themselves into a community called the Kabir Pant. Most of the members of the Kabir Pant come from the Dalit community. This sect still has large followers in different parts of India and they are run by different religious leaders. All of these regard Kabir as a guru and treat the Bijak as the holy scripture. The Bijak contains the works that are attributed to Sant Kabir, and the historians say that it was written in the 17th century. A lot of his verses and songs are also a part of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy scripture for the people who follow the Sikh religion. The interesting part is that during his lifetime, while he was criticized by both Hindu and the Muslim leaders, soon after his death, both the communities started arguing about who should take care of the body. Both these communities wanted to perform their last rituals over his dead body. The legend says that Kabir's Hindu and Muslim followers, when they were ready for a battle to take the custody of his body, before they could do anything, his body got converted into a stack of flowers, which were divided half and half by the two communities, while one half was buried, the other half was burned according to their rituals. This was a fitting end to a great life of Sant Kabir. This is all that you needed to know about Sant Kabir and his legacy. Thank you so much for watching the big news.